My name's Heather Robertson Devine. I'm the founder and owner of Books Del Sur, and every Monday I like to share a book with you, do a book talk, so that you can find books to connect to readers and for your classroom. So the month of February, I've been sharing books about friendship. This book is called Un esqueleto en vacaciones, and there's actually 2 stories in the book. So this is an excellent transitional reader. If you look in our book collections, it's from the Libros Verdes collection, which is the transitional readers. It's from 3rd grade to 4th grade levels. The first story, Un esqueleto en vacaciones, is quite long, and the second one, Blue, is quite short. So classic transitional readers. So this story has some text on the page and then some text with illustration. So like this one here. It's about this esqueleto who is very lonely. He lives in the laboratory all by himself. And the laboratory is closing because everyone's going on vacation. Excuse me. Interestingly, they talk about the laboratory closing in December and not opening till March. And yesterday, when I was doing a guided reading group, which was so fun, we talked about like, hey, what's happening? Why are they closed for that long? Because in the Midwest, we're not closed from December to March. But in the other hemisphere, they certainly are. So that's a key concept for you to talk to kids about. And that's a great way to build cultural competency in our kids, to understand that actually not everyone in the world goes to school at the same time we do. So when the laboratory closes, the esqueleto decides, you know what, I'm not going to stay here all by myself. He makes la decisión de ir a vacaciones también. He goes on vacation too. And when he goes on vacation, he finds out that he's awfully lonely still. Even though there's those people around, some people are scared of him, he doesn't know where to stay. He feels pretty darn lonely. So, not till further into the chapter, on page 48, he discovers el tren de Fasmas. And he gets on the tren de Fasmas, and while he's on there, he meets a friend. And together, they scare people. Excuse me. So, and her name is very interesting. It's Astragala. Astragala. So, her name is super interesting. It's a great name for you to talk about. There's accent in the second syllable, so it's a great one for you to talk about accents with, which is a Common Core standard that I'll share with you. And Ostos is the name of the esqueleto. He's no longer lonely, and he asks his friend to come back to the lab with you. Now there is one point where he does ask her to marry him, which is a little bit disappointing because it's like, can't everyone just be friends and get along? But that is definitely not the emphasis of it. And they go back to the lab together in the end, and all the kids in the laboratory are so excited to see 2 friends. So Esqueleto en Vacaciones is a great transitional reader. It's a great book for our kids when they're learning to read for longer time, when they're learning to read paragraphs and hold more information in their head, but it's wonderfully chunked up into small parts so that you can pause, have breaks, and have a conversation with kids around it. This is the book Un esqueleto en vacaciones. It's available on our online store, booksdelsur.org. You can purchase it individually, or you can also purchase it for your guided reading set for your schools to do some amazing reading instruction. That's all I've got for you today. I'll share the book in the comments below and also the guided reading set. I hope you have a great day. And if you have any ideas for how I could do the text and videos, please post below. I'd love to find a bilingual program that will read my words. Otherwise, have a great day. I hope you have a great week. I hope you open a book and open yourself up to another world. Until next week.